So tell me your name.
My name is Johnny Howe.
Yeah, and you had a number you attached to that.
H11077. That's my CDC number. That's each person once they're sentenced, they're given a number.
So when did you get that number?
About a year after I murdered another human being. It was about 1991.
In 1991, you were given what number?
It's called the CDC number.
And what is it?
It's identification number that each prisoner gets once they're sentenced.
And what's your number?
H11077.
One day you won't be that number, right?
Right. I'm not that number today.
Tell me about that.
Today I'm a GOGI peer coach. Today I'm somebody who gives back to my community, somebody who is willing to be of service to my community, where there was a time in my life where I was extremely selfish and ungrateful and careless and didn't care about anybody else but myself. And today that's not me.
So before, that old you was that number?
Yes, for the first 20 years of my incarceration.
20 years?
Yes.
Wow. What changed?
For me, GOGI had a huge part in it. There was a lot of things going on in my life. I had just went to board after 20 years of incarceration, and I got denied 15 more years.
Oh.
I was sitting in the hole for an assault. I had a case pending for drug trafficking, and I had a DA referral for drug trafficking as well. And I was sitting in the hole and in that seg. And for me, that was rock bottom.
And today, it's a very different picture.
Yeah, well, it was actually about 4 years ago. I was sitting in the back of this very day room, in the back of this gym.
Yes.
And you were up here for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting in the back, kind of not participating, just listening.
Right.
But I knew that I needed to change my life. I knew that change needed to happen. And you had said, if you want to be free, if you want to truly experience freedom, be of service to your community.
And you
So
heard that.
I wrote it down.
Oh, you did?
I wrote it down, and I put the date and the fact that you said that. And
Are you going to hold me to that now?
well, actually, I'm holding myself to that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about that level of freedom?
Well, I started thinking that maybe I can be of service to my community. Maybe I can give back. Maybe I can share my experiences, the fact that I've hit rock bottom and decided to adopt these GOGI tools and
Yeah.
this lifestyle that comes with GOGI.
Talk to
And
me
make
about
better
the
choices.
lifestyle. How you know, people get an image of prison life,
Yeah.
and they kind of have this sense that it's like constant violence and terrible things. But talk to me about this GOGI lifestyle, this kind of culture that's growing. Talk to me about that a little bit.
Well, life can be like that for you, but with
Okay.
GOGI, I make better choices.
Okay.
Today with GOGI, I have 12 tools that help me make better decisions. Instead of resorting to violence, I can resort to being boss of my brain.
Okay.
Instead of allowing another person to tell me what to do, I can be boss of my own brain and use 5-second light switch.
Wow.
I can experience true freedom with GOGI.
And all of that, you're doing that and being of service.
Yes.
What do you mean when you're being of service? What do I know you're teaching GOGI.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you?
Well, every Friday night we come into this gym and we spend about an hour and a half. We have 8 groups with approximately 10 people in each group.
Great.
And we go over the 12 tools of GOGI.
So talk to me about what does the future look like for you? What is that for your future?
For me, the future definitely involves GOGI.
How and why?
Well, one is because it's changed my life so far, and it's led me in a great direction and somewhere where I want to go and spend the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So volunteering, whether it's in here or whether it's out there, I'm going to continue to be involved in GOGI.
Okay, so let's talk about the out there thing. How does that happen for you?
Well, for me, being a term to life inmate,
What does term to life mean?
someone who's sentenced to either 15 to life, 25 to life, 7 to life,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
That's considered a lifer.
Okay.
We're required to go to board, appear before the Board of Prison Terms, and we have to go and show that we're suitable for parole.
Well, that has to be stressful.
It can be,
Yeah.
yeah. It's all how I choose to look at it.
Okay, so when you go in front of these people that really determine whether you get to be free or not, what do you tell them? What are they asking of you?
Well, now I tell them the truth. Before I lied and tried to manipulate them, and
Oh, really?
they seen it. They seen it. I was trying to be somebody that I wasn't, and they called me on it.
Okay.
And it was true. But today, it's about being honest. It's about being genuine and authentic. Showing them that I'm remorseful for what I've done. Showing them that I'm truly sorry and continue to make amends for the life that I've taken.
And so you go to the board and they say, okay, we find you suitable. Then what?
Then I contact GOGI. I contact Coach Taylor and Coach Lee,
Yeah.
and I let them know I'm on my way home. What can I do to be of service to GOGI on the streets?
And what normally happens is more like transitional
Yeah,
housing?
transitional home,
What does
yes.
that look like? So you're released here, you go where?
Yeah, you go to a transitional home. For
Okay.
me, I believe that's the best bet because
Okay.
they have the experience of helping me get things such as my ID,
Okay.
Social Security, get my groundwork set,
Okay.
get a foundation set so that once I'm out there, I have my feet on the right track.
Okay. So what is a real ice cream sundae with strawberries going to be tasting like pretty soon? Because you get these things, you don't get those kinds of foods.
No.
Tell me some of the things you're going to go out and get to eat.
Any kind of food, actually.
Really?
Yeah, anything but state food.
So when do you think you'll be home?
By the end of next year,
End of next year.
yes.
Wow, beautiful. And are you ready?
I'm prepared.
Are you happy?
I'm definitely happy
Happier than?
than I've ever been.
Really?
Yeah, thanks to GOGI.
Wow, that's beautiful. Well, you have a lot of work to do. You know, we're getting a couple hundred letters a week into our
No
mailroom.
problem.
We got a couple thousand GOGI groups going on across the nation.
I'll do my best.
Well, you do already.
Yeah,
I want to congratulate you on your good work.
thank you very much.
We need you in our mailroom.
I'm on my way.
I know you
And
are.
I'll continue to do what I need to do to be out there with all of you.
Are there any other things that you'd like to say?
Just thank you for the opportunity. Thank you
Yeah.
for helping me change my life.
Yeah.
Thank
you're
you for
welcome.
giving me a different outlook. Thank you for giving me something to replace my alcohol and drug addiction, my criminality.
Yeah. You're GOGI for life, huh?
GOGI for life.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me a GOGI hug.
Thank you.
You're wonderful.
Thank you. You are too. My name is Johnny Howe, and I am a face of GOGI.
Tell us your name.
My name is Reginald Malone.
What do you think about this? Is this kind of strange?
It's unique,
Is it?
yes, because it's the first time that I've ever been filmed.
It is?
Yes.
Give me a high five on that.
Yes.
That's beautiful. You even brought a cue card.
Well, it was just some thoughts that I woke up with this morning.
Okay.
And it pertains to GOGI. You
Okay.
know. It pertains to my favorite tool, boss of my brain. I've never been really in the smart part of my brain.
What do you mean?
Always been into the emotional part and the old habits.
I see.
The lifestyle that I lived, it was all irrational.
Irrational.
Yes. It was 100% criminal thinking.
Where did you learn all that? Was it your environment? Were you just being?
Well, it was my environment. Some of the things I picked up from my oldest brothers.
I see.
All that I picked up was a choice. I choose to do the things that I did
Right.
because growing up I was insecure. I was born cross-eyed, red
You were
hair.
born cross-eyed
Yes,
with red hair?
with red hair and freckles. And
So where are the freckles, where's the red hair, and how did you straighten out your eyes?
I had to go through like 3 surgeries when I was
Are you
little.
serious?
Yes. I
Wow.
went through 3 surgeries. I lost my hair when I started this adversity of living in prison.
That's an incredible story. What that would build insecurity in anyone.
Well, I dealt with my insecurities by associating myself with a negative crowd
I see.
because they overlooked the things that I was worried about. And I felt power.
I
You
see.
know, I felt balance. I felt wanted and needed. And that false power I ran with.
Do you think that a lot of youngsters today, they make the poor choices for the same reason?
Yes,
Really?
yes. I feel that, you know, as an adolescent, we feel a lot of things and we don't know how to address it to our parents. And we
I
feel that as adolescents, our parents don't understand what we're going through.
I see.
And
But that does not describe you today,
well, no, it
other
took a
than
lot.
being a little camera shy.
Yes, I am camera shy. But this adversity that I've been through, it wasn't easy. When I entered the system, I was angry. I was bitter.
How old were you?
19 years old. I was angry and bitter. I'm in prison for something I didn't do. And for almost 2 decades, I placed blame on others. I walked with bitterness with my chin up. I was angry. Everything was considered violent to me.
What happened? What changed?
Well, after coming to prison and continue the repetitive cycle of irrational behavior, I was starting to let the time get the best of me. So I turned to the person that, I knew to really love me.
You got it.
It was my mother.
Beautiful.
So I wrote like a 14-page letter to her, expressing the hurt and asking for forgiveness through what I made her settle for. I entered prison with no high school diploma, no GED, nothing that I can say what she raised me to be. Only with the false fame that came with my irrational ways of thinking. In return, she got back at me. She, got back at me.
So she received a 14-page letter from you.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
So,
when you mailed that off, what were you thinking?
Well, I tried to ease her.
Okay.
I tried to ease her. I tried to ease the pain that I knew she was going through by having the youngest child in prison. At the time, I just, in '98, lost my sister. Lost my grandfather, her father. And she had just given me news that I lost my brother. So, in the midst of thinking that I was strong, I just wrote what I felt. And I just wanted to let her know that I was sorry. Well, in return, she spoke to me like a mother and told me that I should embrace what I'm feeling because I placed myself in the situation. And not to ponder on why I'm there, but to learn from my situation. And at first, the child in me came out because I was like, wow, that's not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
For her to really understand what I was feeling.
Right.
And she gave me that tough love. She gave me her version of, I love you, but you have to accept the life that you choose. I moved forward. In 2007, I graduated from college.
Beautiful. Really?
Yes.
Beautiful.
I gave a speech, and I never knew that was the last time I was gonna see her smile.
Your mom was there at the graduation?
Yes.
So she got to see you and hear you.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And that was the last time I ever seen her smile. In 2009, 2 years later, I lost my mother to cancer. And it was a make or break me moment.
Right.
And I turned to the person that always been there, was my wife. And I made that decision, if I break, I can't be there for my family. So I moved on and listened to your push to GOGI.
I was pushing you.
Yes, you pushed me. And I gravitated to the boss of my brain.
Okay.
And it felt good finding a purpose and being able to tell my story with being the boss of my brain.
Yeah.
I love let go because I now know how to embrace my pain and speak from it, hoping that I can be a testament to somebody else that's dealing with adversity such as mine.
You've had your fair share.
I'm still having it.
Yeah.
But I'm blessed.
So what's your purpose today?
Well, my purpose today is to share my life story with others.
And you brought a piece of paper. Let me just read just a few lines here. I've not seen this before. Oh, your writing is beautiful.
I wrote that this morning.
Okay.
I woke up with GOGI on my mind.
Yes, I see. To embrace the pain from choices that were unhealthy, I have learned to let go of the bitterness and anger to find substance in my life from learning from my previous ways of living. I've been blessed all my life. It's beautiful. You certainly have a purpose.
Yes, I do.
You also have a letter from me.
Yes.
What was I telling you?
Well, you're always telling us, teach people the way of GOGI.
Yeah.
Represent GOGI as you want to see them, as you want people to see you.
And you do a beautiful, excellent job of that.
Thank
Even
you.
without the red hair, without the freckles, and without the crooked eye. You're just perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I am Reginald Malone, and I am a face of GOGI.
We gotta claim responsibility for all that we do in this life. And once we understand this, then we'll gain that ultimate freedom. We gotta claim responsibility for all that we do in this life. And once we understand this, then we'll gain that ultimate freedom. Yeah, okay. Motivated by GOGI, getting out by going in. On the boss of my brain, yeah, on the boss of my brain. Better breathe and meditate, elevate yourself. Everything that you do, gotta elevate yourself. 5-second light switch, old thought, new action. Through GOGI Life, we can make it all happen. What if you make it all the way to the top? And what if your future holds everything that you want? Through positive thoughts, we can manifest it all. Let go, but don't give up. We're just out for bad thoughts. And know that positive words lead to all positive actions. Reality check. We all young bosses, and we will not stop until we unhook from our past. Until the people understand that we are all great, and we all living better through GOGI Life. We gotta claim responsibility for all that we do in this life. And once we understand this, then we'll gain that ultimate freedom.